Oh, he was on Skull Island. I told you.
What?
Nothing.
Dude, they mentioned
he was
that
on
several
Skull
times.
Island.
They mentioned that several times throughout the movie.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, we watched Godzilla vs. Kong. Earlier this week, Kayla and I watched it, and then Chris also watched it, and we wanted to talk about it. This is episode 2 of Mike Reviews. Working title until we come up with a better name of this segment. So, Godzilla vs. Kong. Kayla, what were your initial thoughts before watching the movie? Did you expect anything good?
My initial thoughts is I'm gonna call you out for talking shit about me when you were like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you think that they would just build around Kong on Skull Island?
I didn't ask you to start going into the movie, goddammit. I said, what were your thoughts about the movie before we saw it? We saw some trailers. Did you think it was going to be good? Were you expecting anything?
No, I wasn't expecting it to be good.
Okay. Chris, what were your thoughts before seeing the movie? Did you have any expectations?
Yeah, so I watched both of the trailers as they came out. And I would say that my initial thought was it was going to be somewhere between like okay and good. It was just going to be like moderately good. I didn't think it was going to be like dismally bad or anything watching it. I knew there would be like campy parts just from looking at the trailer, but like, I thought it'd be okay.
Okay. I thought it would be, I thought it was going to be garbage. I saw the other 2 Godzilla movies. I didn't see Kong Skull Island, but I did see the Godzilla movies. And
are you sure? I'm pretty sure we watched it.
What? Kong
Skull Island? Yeah.
I know we might have started it, and then I found anything else better to do.
Like the best one out of all these things.
I don't doubt
Jack
that.
Black, and you didn't watch his movie Kong Skull Island.
He was in the Peter Jackson version of King Kong.
Was a different one.
Oh, it's different.
Which we talked about at length on that night where you didn't come play poker with me and Kayla, and we met Jack Black.
Oh God.
So it seems like none of us had any high expectations for this shit pile of a movie. Let's get into the plot. So the first act shows Kong waking up on Skull Island, and he's in a Truman Show-esque type of hollow dome, and he's throwing trees at it, showing that he knows he's in a cage and he doesn't like it, but he's got a little deaf girlfriend, a little friend that's a deaf girl.
The indigenous child that they kidnapped? Is that what you're saying? That the government kidnapped?
I think they said they adopted her, I guess. That's not kidnapping. They just took her, and this lady's like, you're my daughter now.
Well, what are they supposed to do? Her whole family got washed away by a storm?
I think Kong was taking great care of her. She would have been fine.
Well, they're still together, and their relationship's stronger than ever, because apparently she taught Kong sign language.
and,
I guess
and nobody in the dome with the cameras noticed.
Nobody noticed. So that was interesting. They got some great security staff there. As the movie continues, we go past the Kong scene, and we see oh shoot, who's this actor? The black guy. He's in Atlanta, right? Is he in Atlanta? I've seen this guy before. I don't know what's his name. Hold on, I got IMDb up here. Brian Tyree Henry. He plays Bernie Hayes, the conspiracy theory podcaster. What else was he in here?
In Spider-Man, apparently.
Okay.
Child's Play.
I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, I feel like, but I guess he was in Vice Principals. Okay, well, he's been around.
Oh yeah, he was in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay, he was in Atlanta. That's where I saw him, from Atlanta. So he plays a conspiracy theory podcast guy who also works for the obviously evil company. What's it called? Apex?
Yeah.
Apex. Yeah, Apex. APEX, yeah.
Oh, they do say Apex.
And he's looking to get some inside information on Apex. And then Godzilla just shows up and totally wrecks the coastline where there's a whole bunch of restaurants and people eating, even though there's fucking giant building-sized monsters that will just occasionally pop up and destroy the city. They're apparently unfazed by Godzilla. They probably don't care about any pandemics. They got to go and get their 2-for-1 special at Sizzlers. Fuck it. If it happens, it happens. It was meant to be. Godzilla comes in and completely wrecks the restaurant. Yeah, I guess your chicken fingers are on us.
He's the hero we deserve. He's a hero, goddammit. He's just there to save those people. How can anyone see that?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so. Save them. Like Godzilla somehow has like a sixth sense. He knows that this is the bad guy, right? He knows that this is the company the bad guy runs.
Yeah, because there's that ominous Asian dude on the roof. You saw him from the water.
Yeah.
That's basically what they say anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving along. They have to get... Why do they have to get Kong off the...
To fight
island.
Godzilla, goddammit.
Was that no, that wasn't... No.
He's in
Because
Pensacola.
they go see... No, because they so see Alexander Skarsgård, right? That guy. Because they want to go to the center of the earth.
Well, because of Godzilla's attack, I guess the media has been covering Godzilla's attack in a negative way, and people are no longer praising Godzilla as a savior. Like, at least twice Godzilla showed up and completely wrecked
Various
cities, killed probably thousands of people, tons of property damage, and people still considered him a hero.
Damage.
Okay, so now they're like, well, shit, he just showed up out of nowhere and ruined this Apex company's third production facility. So now we got to do something about it, and that's where Millie Bobby Brown shows up. And this was odd. Like, every time she was on screen, it felt very forced. Like she didn't really need to be there.
No, she didn't.
And I guess this guy was in the last movie, right? Him and Millie.
That's her dad, I guess.
That's her dad. Okay.
Sure.
So she's like
her
Godzilla got what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, her fake father clearly doesn't give a shit about her because she goes all the way to Hong Kong and he just doesn't realize it.
Yeah, I know.
I
mean, that's a little later, but
you know what? Let's dive into that real quick. She goes to Hong Kong at the end of the movie. Well, she makes it there. It takes her a while to go through whatever secret tunnels that Apex has, and that's fine. I can buy that. She calls her dad from Hong Kong during the emergency scene when everything's going down. Godzilla and Kong are duking it out. And she's like, Dad, I'm in Hong Kong. And then like 11 minutes later, when the fight's over, her dad's like, hey, I came here to pick you up. Like, motherfucker, you were just in Florida. How did you get here? Even if you jump down one of those hollow earth like tunnel tubes, it's still going to take you more than 11 minutes to show up, dog. Shit, man.
Yeah, he paraglided through the center of the earth.
That's still not enough time.
Out in China, you know?
That's not enough time.
Not if you're supercharged with Kong energy.
Yeah, maybe because like Hollow Earth. So we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with the Hollow Earth stuff. The obviously evil CEO of Apex shows up at oh boy, what's his character's name? Skarsgård, Nathan Lind. Yeah, this is Nathan Lind here, and he's like, hey, Nathan, I need you to go in my spaceship and go to the center of the earth where there's a bunch of cool shit, and you got to take your giant monkey friend. And he's like, all right,
sure,
sign me up. Do you need me to learn how to drive the spaceship? He's like, no, it's not gonna come up. You don't have to take training.
But I mean, well, there are spaceships. Like, okay, so like to get to the center of the earth, you have to go through a gravity reverse field or something, so that it crushes you. So they made these specialized ships so that they could go through the gravity. And I guess Kong is just, he can go through it because I don't know.
Because he's a Titan. Yeah, he's a big boy. Enough. He can handle the heat.
Yeah.
He's a trunker.
So that's what they're taking him for.
So they wanted him to take Kong to the center of the earth to get some sort of energy.
Right.
Some sort of energy element or some garbage like that. And Kong will lead you there. Even like,
I guess.
But like they had the hole. They found the hole in Antarctica, and they're like, all right, it's right there. We just got to follow Kong. It's One Direction. It's just in the hole.
Well, yeah, no, but he you know, he has to follow the hand though and float and all that shit. I mean,
Okay, so we're not quite there yet. We're still in Act 1.
Can we talk about why they decided to take Kong through the ocean, Godzilla's territory, to get to the ice hole in Antarctica?
They
They
were
could
on
have
an
flown
island.
him the whole time.
They were on Skull Island, so they
my
had to
God.
take him over. They had to take him. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to do that when they could just call in like 17 helicopters and like tie it to a cargo net and apparently
Yeah, I
do
mean,
that.
I guess if you're talking about in terms of the movie, they could have done that the entire time. But come on now.
Maybe
that's fucking dumb.
Maybe the fleet was able to get him like halfway there, then they choppered the rest of the way there.
We just need to show them that our giant warships can't fight Godzilla, so we just need to show Godzilla and the monkey fucking them all up in the middle.
No, what they wanted, all they wanted was a Godzilla Kong fight, you know, in the water, and they wanted, like, I think the whole motivation was like, let's have Kong jump between boats. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, they'll have him like leaping on. Yeah, I think that's right. Someone was like, okay, before we have a script, let's have a scene where like Kong yields a giant axe. Let's have another scene where like Kong jumps from boat to boat, and then another scene at the end where they fight like a giant robot or some shit.
Right. It's just
Oh my God.
It's like jerk off porn. Like, oh man, what would be cool for Godzilla and Kong to do?
Yeah.
And then at the end, they're like, "Oh my God, we got Millie Bobby Brown to come back. Oh shit, we got to throw her in." And
They
then,
probably
just
locked her
makes
up
no
with like a
sense.
3-film deal. They probably, they for sure they did. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a paycheck like that either, but yeah, they probably locked that up right, kind of like Jennifer Lawrence in the X-Men movies, where like the last 2 movies she looked really, really like she didn't want to be a part of the X-Men.
Yeah.
So Godzilla and Kong in the water. Kong's on a boat. Godzilla shows up and just starts fucking them up, and they unshackle Kong. He jumps from boat to boat. And
Definitely not harming anybody with families on the other boats, you know?
Yeah.
He's our hero.
I guess Kong's the hero, yeah. There's also the obviously backstabbing, double-crossing hot girl that's like the daughter of the Apex dude. She's like, I'm just here to backstab you later. And he's like, okay, that'll be fun for me. I don't know what she was there for. I don't know what she said. It was just obvious what she was there for. But as the fight concludes, they're like, okay, we just turned off all the boats and we're going to pretend that we're dead. And then Godzilla just goes away, I guess. I guess that worked. Playing possum is Godzilla's one weakness? I don't know.
Oh man, there's the scene where they're like, we need another child actor. Let's get the fat kid from Deadpool. Done.
I love that kid. That kid's great.
He is actually
he's a
pretty
great
funny.
kid. Yeah, great actor.
I mean, the ending scene with him is pretty anticlimactic, but we'll get there in time.
I honestly don't even remember the end scene with him in it.
They ultimately defeat Mechagodzilla by him spilling the black dude's alcohol on the computer monitor.
When he was trying to hack the
and that
password.
broke it.
Right.
I can't get the password, so I'm just gonna spill shit on it. That'll probably work.
Yeah. So that's basically the first act of the movie is it ending with like Kong getting wrecked by Godzilla, and then they're like, well, now what do we do? And that's where they're like, yo, we're just gonna call in a couple helicopters. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the Godzilla fight.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Oh
got
no!
there
Here
yet.
it is. Oh man, those people's families.
Well, not to mention doesn't he throw one of those planes at?
Yeah, and there's a fighter pilot
There's
in
like
it,
a
or they
guy
make it
in it.
look
Oh,
like
here it
there
is
is
right here,
one.
yeah. But they
No,
do take the
okay,
time to
that
show
guy
that the
flies
fighter
away.
pilot ejects right before the plane gets destroyed.
Directly into the ocean where the giant sea beast is currently fighting.
But he ejected, so it's fine. He made it.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
here
a
he goes,
person
he's
in
gonna throw
there. It's like darts.
Ninja Star. Ah, oh boy. There you go.
Oh,
Safe
man.
and sound.
Gotcha.
He's gonna land right on those
right
scales.
On his spikes.
I'm definitely gonna make it home to Mama.
Yeah.
God.
Now the size of these Titans are. I mean, they had me confused. I'm like, dude, could Godzilla just like swim up and then grab the side of that aircraft carrier and not flip it?
Right. No.
Because that motherfucker would definitely flip.
This could not work in real life. But I guess we're not supposed to be like, oh, this could really happen. I don't know. You know, it's a movie, and
Did you
whatever,
notice?
I guess.
I never saw the second Godzilla movie, but I saw the first one that had Bryan Cranston in it, which is like the first one in this trilogy.
Yeah.
And I thought there was like a size continuity issue there between like because I was like, Godzilla seems kind of small compared to like what he was in the other movies, and I thought that was kind of weird too.
Well, yeah, Godzilla was always supposed to be like the size of buildings, and then Kong is just a giant ape that climbs these buildings, and now here they are at the same size.
Yeah, they're like, we can't make a monkey that big. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what? Godzilla shrank and Kong grew, and they met in the middle, and now they can duke it out because, as they said in the movie, Kong bows to no one.
Except the little indigenous girl.
Well, he doesn't bow. He's just friends.
Yeah.
He's friends.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Kong loses the fight with Godzilla, and they turn off all their ships. There's a B plot that really doesn't lead to anywhere. I was expecting them to get like you know the 90s Godzilla movie with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
And they had the people running around in the buildings doing God knows what, and then like the baby Godzilla showed up, and it was just like the Velociraptor scene from Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
I was expecting something like this. Even in this part right here, where they're in this subterranean bunker with sci-fi gadgets, Millie Bobby Brown's like, oh, there's I don't even know what she called them.
Crawlers, or I don't know.
She called like I want to say face crawlers, but I know that's not what she called them. But like they had a name for them, so it was. Oh, I'm like, okay, cool. There'll be some sort of monster. There'll be some sort of threat to them, and no, they never showed up. They just took the tunnel to Hong Kong and landed there. So here we've got Kong.
Getting carried by synchronized helicopters. It's just so, all of it is just so unreal and so unbelievable. Like, you really just can't take any of it seriously, though.
I don't know much about the Air Force. I don't know if that's something that they can do. Can they just attach?
No,
when that ship got stuck in the in Egypt and it blocked all the traffic, you know, just recently, how come they didn't get like 40 helicopters and like just lift it? Why didn't they do that? Is that an option?
Because they're trying to expose the child traffickers. God.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Wait, the helicopters or
no? The Suez Canal thing was a way to expose child traffic. Never mind. Kong gets dropped off. He's just asleep. And when they drop him off, he wakes up and he's like, damn, it's cold. But, you know, he's got all that fur. And they're like, all right, Kong, go in this hole.
This tiny ass hole.
Come on.
That's not big enough for Kong to go in. Come on.
It didn't look big enough, but I'm like, maybe he could squeeze through there. And then when we get closer, when we get inside, he's over there swinging from like rafter to rafter, like that place. Like, was that just hollowed out like this? It looks like there's like pillars and
yeah, rafters.
Who built all this stuff?
The
Apex company.
guy.
Apex? I don't know.
So I'm saying, like, why did you need Kong to go there? You have these spaceships. You can just go.
They need him for the inside, for when
Who's
they
gonna
get
pick
in
up-
the core.
Who's gonna pick up the giant axe?
Okay, they needed him to. Yeah. They needed him to find the energy, I guess.
Yeah.
So
well, how else are they gonna find
we're going in this high-tech spaceship, going to the center of the Earth, which has like a black hole in it that it hasn't quite reversed gravity yet. That's later, but
No,
it's
that's what it did. That was that thing, right?
it looks like they're still going down to me, right?
Well, that's why it like made Kong
but it didn't
pass out.
crush them.
Oh, so that ripple thing was
Yeah, that was the gravity thing.
the gravity reverse. Okay, so
Oh no.
okay, so we just keep rolling through this fucking movie. They are in the middle of the Earth.
Yeah, this is the middle of the earth.
I don't know what is illuminating the middle of the earth. What is lighting everything up? The gravity is not. No, there is some light in the sky as if there was a sun. And I know that there's no sun in there, but look at that. There's a sun.
Oh yeah, dude, that's totally.
What the fuck is that?
Maybe it's coming through the gravity black hole.
That's not how black holes work.
Black holes. No.
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 That's not how black holes work. Poor writing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Lazy. So Kong just he shows up to the middle of the earth. He fights some snake monster. I don't know what this is for some reason.
It was
There's
Godzilla's cousin.
Godzilla's cousin Gadzuki.
Yeah. Gadzuki.
And we got Kong just hanging out. He's like, this is cool.
Oh my god, I can fly, bro.
I shouldn't have eaten
how
all
would
those
they
mushrooms,
know to do
man.
that?
What, Kayla?
How would they have known to do that without Kong?
Oh, what is it? There's a okay. Why is there a giant hand? And it doesn't even look like it was carved in the rock. It looks
Yeah,
like it was a natural
probably.
formation.
I don't know. It's probably like an old Kong when they were even bigger or something. I don't know.
Everyone knows old monkeys turn into rock formations. It's just life, you know?
Maybe he
That's
got
the circle
lava
of
on
life.
him or something.
He got lava.
Lava-ed.
I don't think that's how lava's work. I don't think that's how lava works.
It was the Pompeii of the upside down earth.
But
Everybody was frozen in history.
yeah, to this point, things have not really made a lot of sense. They're not going to make much more sense already. We're halfway through. B plot. Yeah, the guys are doing something. Okay, this is when they show the first
When
hints
things get interesting.
of Mechagodzilla, and I think they explain what was the dragon? What did they call the dragon? Ghidorah.
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 Ghidorah. Well, Ghidorah's the skull, actually.
The skull, yeah.
Ghidorah
Also,
is
when
the
did
skull.
when did you switch movies? Is this Pacific Rim?
No, this is still Kongzilla.
Oh no. Yeah, the skull is Ghidorah, and they found it, and they're like, we're gonna synthesize its DNA somehow, like plug it up like a battery or something. I don't know. And plug it into this Asian man's brain. He's gonna control a robot Godzilla. It's gonna have lasers.
Ghidorah was the three-headed dragon that was an alien that was in the last movie, King of the Monsters or whatever.
Yep.
And that was and Ghidorah, that was a skull from Ghidorah.
Right.
And
yeah.
they hooked it up to the supercomputer, and that's how they controlled. Their Mechagodzilla.
Yes.
But I don't understand because they had a bunch of computers plugged into the skull, and it was like a psychic link to what? Did the Mechagodzilla have another skull inside of it?
No, I think I don't know what's going on.
I think
know.
it's what gives him power or something. That's why he can shoot the red laser beam.
So the skull
spooky.
just has this power that it can infinitely generate. It doesn't make sense. It's not explained well.
I think that's how. I think that's how the Japanese guy can control it by being hooked up to the skull of Ghidorah. He can telepathically control the robot.
Okay, so he's on the base level. He's not in Mechagodzilla right now.
No, he's not.
He's at the command center with a whole bunch of computers hooked up to the headset, and it's hooked up to the skull, and he's like inside the skull.
Yeah.
So what is transmitting the control system to Mechagodzilla? The skull?
The skull, yeah.
And what's
I guess.
receiving that signal? A different skull because there was three heads?
But they
I'm
don't
just
say
saying,
that. I
what
don't
did they
know.
just? They didn't go to Best Buy and buy like 16 different Wi-Fi adapters and somehow connect it to Ghidorah's fucking Wi-Fi signal. It's not explained well. It's like, oh, it's the skull, so we could do that now, and it's definitely not gonna become.
Well, maybe it's just like, okay, it's hooked up to wires, but like.
So Mechagodzilla is like plugged
wires-
into the wall somewhere? Is that what you're saying?
No, or fuck, I don't know. Jesus Christ.
It's
saying
it's
Well,
Roomba.
it's
He's like a
getting
Roomba.
signal. I don't know.
I think that they took
Why
one
am I
of the
trying to
skulls
defend this shit?
and
It's just
Homeboy's
badly
sitting
written.
inside of the skull, and he's controlling it with the command center, and then that's transmitting through skull psychic technology to another skull that's also hooked up to Mechagodzilla. I think.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't know how else it would
Whatever.
work. Why even introduce the? Well, I guess the introducing the skull is because when it takes over, I guess, which is just stupid. But we're not there yet. We're still in Act 2. Kong shows up to the center of the Earth, where there is a rock spire with a giant, perfectly sized hand, and Kong's like, "Oh, is this the key to my destiny?"
Is this my hand?
He's like,
Was
"Yeah,
I
look,
here
that's
before?"
where it goes. I put it right here." And I was expecting like lights and lasers and
Yeah.
fog to show up, and like,
no.
oh, you
Just
just
push.
So they just need Kong to push the doors open.
Yeah.
It's not like that was
the
a
bloody
lock.
handprint was just a push here sign that you see
Yeah.
on doors at Target.
Yeah. Passed down from generation to generation of Kong relatives, I guess. So inside here we've got what are we even looking at here? This like glowing. Oh, that's the energy
throne.
crystals.
Yeah, and the throne or whatever.
And a throne, a Kong-sized throne. All right. I don't understand who made this.
Yeah,
Why
who
this is
caved all
here.
those holes? This looks like a Lord of the Rings scene, like when they go into Moria. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And look how big it is compared to how big Kong already is. So if like a bunch of people lived in the center of the earth and like carved it out, it would take like thousands of years, probably. I don't get it. But okay, there's a dinosaur skull and a magic axe that Kong is just like, oh cool, I know how to use tools. And yeah, I did it. We did it, guys. All right, let's end the movie here. Nope. We got to do a whole third act, guys.
This movie would be a lot more believable if Kong just spent like his entire free time when he's not fighting Godzilla just masturbating like real monkeys do, or like throwing this poop everywhere.
Throwing the shit would be fun. If it was just splattering the side of that the Skull Island Containment Center, just splattering it everywhere.
Oh, good times.
Okay, so our spaceships now. This was one of my favorite parts here. Obviously, evil double-crossing bitch gets out. She throws a drone. The drone comes out and lasers a small core sample and cuts it from stone, scoops it out, and starts uploading this energy signature up to the Mechagodzilla command center, and they're like, cool, we got that energy emailed to us, so we're good. Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you
what?
need to like mine that and bring a bunch of it back so you could
Or at least some of it back. But my impression was like, oh, okay, they have whatever it is that makes this stuff, and like, oh, okay, we got the stuff, so we can make it now. But it's like, how do you have whatever it is that is, like, how do you have the materials from the center of the earth to make that anyway? But I don't know what was up with that whole thing. Chris, what was your thoughts? What did you think about it?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I kind of fell asleep for this like 10 minutes, and then I rewatched it after, and then I kind of skipped to the part where they were just in the city at the end.
Oh my god.
I mean,
So
I feel
I
like
definitely missed a couple scenes, but it doesn't sound like I missed much because it sounds like it wasn't explained very well.
I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. Do they have this many wires hooked up to the Mechagodzilla so they can, communicate wirelessly to that fucking thing? Like, or Ghidorah, that's what I said. Is that what I said? I don't know.
It's Ghidorah or whatever.
So while Kong's sitting on the throne as the Prince of Bel-Air, he checks out his magic axe that...
That's
Did they
racist, Mike. You're gonna get canceled.
No way. No way. Did they say how how, like, was that a scale from a different Godzilla or something? Like, is that what it's supposed to be?
Like
Yeah.
Oh,
it
it does kind of look like that.
Yeah.
Or like a
Man,
tooth
I
or
never
something.
made that connection. So
that's-
all you have to do is crack one scale off Godzilla, and you get an axe that can like kill him.
Or maybe it's like Godzilla's scales are so tough that you can't break it with anything but Godzilla's scales.
Oh shit!
And like there's so there's an imprint in the stone for the axe to go, and that turns on. It's charging up the like what the fuck? What is this? What is going on here? He just picked up an axe, put it in the ground in a hole that's shaped like the axe, and then that charged
And now
up everything.
the circle's like a like Godzilla.
Yeah, who made this shit? Who like?
Well,
I mean,
it's meant for visuals. It's meant for action. It's not meant for us to like think and talk about at all, because none of it makes sense. None of it is based in reality. Like nothing matters, you know?
right. And Godzilla somehow, just like any man knows when somebody messes with the thermostat, he's like, dude, someone's in my fucking house. And he breathes radioactive fire down into the center of the earth and makes a clear hole for Kong to fall out, to jump out of, I guess. So I guess Godzilla could just like, he doesn't have to go to a new hole. He just makes a new hole whenever he wants to go home. He's like, I'm just gonna pop this. Oh, here's the drone.
Well, how many holes can you make before the Earth just implodes? You know, like we can only probably make like 6 of those holes.
Yeah, so Godzilla's still pissed, still chewing through the core of the top few layers. The obviously double crossing bitch is obviously double crossing. She's like, cool, I got my core sample.
Oh my god, that's dumb.
And the energy signature is incoming. We should be able to recreate it soon.
Oh yeah,
We're just downloading the core sample from the just put it in the fucking put it in the sci-fi car and drive it out of there.
Yeah, right.
Do you think they get that good of Wi-Fi signal down there?
Killed, though. They're gonna, and she can't be killed. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when I go into the basement, I lose half my Wi-Fi signal. They're in the middle of the earth. They do not. They cannot email a core sample up there. Okay, just stop it, guys.
Okay, this is Apex. Like, they have technology that we don't even, can't even imagine. So,
No.
which includes signals in the middle of the earth.
Okay, but if they got signals they could send to the middle of the earth, it's not gonna be that fucking fast. It's gonna be like, all right, 42 hours, 41 hours, and then it'll jump to like 98 hours, and it'll be like, fuck, just walk it back, man.
If there isn't a conspiracy theory in the near future that says Elon Musk with his Hyperloop tunnels isn't like emailing primitive, like crazy Godzilla creatures underneath Los Angeles, I'm gonna be really upset. Because it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Dude, look at how this lady runs. Like, she's totally not afraid of anything. Like, am I supposed to be scared now? And she's, how many times do we have to do this take? And they're like, just once. Okay, I'm not really gonna try very hard. Come on, go. Nobody say anything till she runs. I'm committed to this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh no, a thing swooped over. Okay, I made it. She is not selling it. So I guess Godzilla woke up all the bats. Now they're flying around, pissing off Kong. I don't know. I've at this point, I've kind of mentally checked out. I'm just waiting for the punch part.
You're just waiting for them to fight.
Yeah, waiting for things to punch each other, and
honestly, that fight wasn't that bad. Like, watching it was cool, but there's no substance to it at all.
Okay.
That's what I liked about the movie, was like the fight scenes and the CGI and all that, but it was just like, we got Godzilla, we got Kong, we're gonna make a cool 100 mil real fast.
Well, yeah, because nothing matters, nobody's lives matter. God, I keep just calling him Alexander Skarsgård, but Nathan Lynn just is like, we don't need a pilot. Come on, jump on in this fucking spaceship thing that I just got, and I'm gonna fly us through this hole and out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Without fucking crashing and dying
And
immediately.
they offered to train him how to fly that thing for just such a scenario, and he's like, no, it's fine. It's not like everyone's gonna die in the middle, and I'm gonna have to fly it back.
It's not like you're an evil corporation, right?
Right. So, I mean, how hard can it be to fly that thing? There's like a bunch of buttons to flip, and then
and you just pull back on the thing,
and it has legs. It kind of looks like an animal. Like it shouldn't even fly. It should just like crawl, kinda.
Yeah. How long did it take us to get used to flying minicopters in Rust? And we crashed. I still crash all the time.
Yeah.
And this dude's just gonna pick up the controls and not even know how to use this fucking thing and fly out successfully. Like, cool, we made it. I didn't even scratch it up.
Black hole.
Through a black hole and everything. So I guess it had a good autopilot. Okay. We're officially in Act 3. Kong jumps through the hole and he sees Godzilla and he's like, hey, stop eating my fish, you motherfucker, you. And did we miss the part where they looked at each other? I think they zoom in on the face. Godzilla gives a sneer and he's like, he's like, I'll get you, you fuck.
Look at how comically small Godzilla's head is.
Yeah, he's got to be smaller now than he was in the other one.
Yeah, they shrunk him down. That's why he looks fucking stupid. Like they did something wrong. They're like body 50%, head like 5%.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, like Godzilla, his arms can't even do anything. Like he's got it. Well, he's got the fire, so that's good. He's got that big ass tail. He's definitely thick.
Why is everything
heavy.
so dusty in China? Like, look at it. It's so dusty.
Is it China?
Oh, it's the smog.
Or
they go to Hong Kong. Yeah.
No, it's because they're toppling over buildings that have asbestos in them. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
Look, Godzilla's like,
eat the bone. Eat the bone.
And okay, cool. That's gonna supercharge the axe. He's gonna breathe his radioactive fire breath, and he's like, "Now this axe is supercharged." Ow! Time out. Get fucked. He's like, "Shit, that hurt." Look, he can't even take it out with his hands. He's got to beak it. I'm like, okay, somebody put some thought into it. He's like, dude, he can't even reach. He can't even reach. He's got to bite it with his fucking beak.
This movie banks on like what I like to call the Superman effect so much that you're just like, why? How can you be mad at Superman when a bad guy throws him through a building? Well, these people are both bad. They're both throwing each other through buildings.
There it is. There he just fucking snickered. Godzilla just sneered. He just laughed at him like, "I want to get you, you fuck." Like what?
Yeah, they're just killing millions of people and also destroying the city of Hong Kong.
That one blast was like 10,000 9/11s, like guaranteed.
And I think we're coming up to my second favorite part soon, where Godzilla pins Kong, and this was I saw this, so I guess props to the visual director. Because I saw Godzilla kind of knock Kong down but hit his shoulder. And I'm like, oh, I bet you the next scene's going to be Kong being like, and like popping his shoulder back in like you see in every action movie. And motherfucker, they did that. Kong was all bested and he's just like in a few minutes here, and he's just like, I got to go help my best friend Godzilla against that robot Godzilla. And he's, they play the Eye of the Tiger, and he's like, yeah. Oh, it hurts. Okay, but I'm ready to fight. Like, yeah, dude. A fucking gorilla does not know how to pop his shoulder back in place.
He's just Jason Statham in every action movie.
Yes, yeah. Or maybe that little girl was like signing to him like earlier
pop
in the movie.
Pop your shoulder
like,
back in, you idiot.
If you ever get your shoulder dislocated, you just gotta go like this, and you'll hear it crack. And he's like, okay, I'll remember that. Thank you. Like, okay, so B plot. Oh, I'm sorry. This was the exposition plot. They had to explain that this guy's the bad guy. Big surprise. I got a robot.
Do you think the casting call for that guy was like, hey, listen, just bring your best evil beard. We'll fucking hire you. And then he just came in with the salt and pepper goatee. Oh my god. It'd only be better if he had like a curl to his mustache and it just went out the side somehow.
Dude, yeah, I mean, this guy is a cartoon.
Yeah, he really is. He's like the bad guy from Rocky and Bullwinkle. They look exactly the same.
Oh, yeah. It does look like that. And he's got that accent, too, so you know he's not trustworthy.
Foreign people aren't trustworthy. You're just trying to get canceled before you even get started.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Okay, so Godzilla and Kong are still duking it out. Bad guys revealing his plot. Like, I'm gonna actually, and like, honestly, him making a robot Godzilla isn't that bad of an idea. You got these two monsters currently completely demolishing a city, just breaking everything in sight, killing thousands of people. There's still, that doesn't look like you're gonna stop anytime soon. Yeah,
Right.
maybe you should get a fucking robot.
You know, right. It's not a bad idea. I just, the whole Ghidorah head thing is confusing because I feel like you could have a Mecha Godzilla and just have computer chips and signals, right? Tell it what to do.
Well, yeah, it doesn't need the whole skull. The whole skull thing was so that it could come alive and it could be the new body of Ghidorah because the skull's taken over or whatever. And like, I mean, doesn't the villain have enough motivation to try to destroy Godzilla and Kong on its own?
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I originally thought was happening. You know, like we need something. We need a human thing to fight Godzilla with.
Yeah, and then maybe if you want to make a real reason why they have to destroy Mechagodzilla, whatever, the guy controlling it, just holding the city ransom until he gets like the Apex contract or some shit. I don't know. But like, why was it so important that it had to be Ghidorah's skull psychically taking over the robot? It's fucking stupid. And then here the screaming match, like, okay, I got you. I'm not gonna kill you though. And he's like, okay, all right, cool. Well, we all agree that I kicked your ass. Like, I'm not gonna agree to that. 'Cause, you know, you can get off my chest. And he's like, okay, well.
Or is it like, Kong, you're a worthy opponent.
Yeah, I respect a man who can throw some sick bows like that. And
Godzilla just gave Kong better CPR than they give to him at the end. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't blow a bomb up on someone's chest to give him CPR. Just so
what else were they gonna do?
You know?
What else were they gonna do? So Kong's defeated now, and everyone's sad, especially the little deaf girl. And she's like, "Damn it, I gotta get a new friend now." And I the only other friend I have is this disgusting ape doll that I made out of a coconut and some old grass.
It's my old body hair.
And that's when they bring out Mechagodzilla. Obviously, evil guy explains his whole plan. Nobody was listening. Everyone just wanted to see the fight.
And then they put the earth power in it. And
yeah, the downloaded core sample, I guess, and that gives that deep fries the pilot's brain. I don't know if it deep fried yet.
Yeah, well, he's
Not
dead
yet.
now anyway.
But he's over here fucking
Oh
up
no, it
Godzilla.
is. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can tell because the lights are red. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Evil
When the
Well,
lights
and
red.
blue.
Evil means red.
Well, when it was blue, I think it was the guy that was controlling
Yeah.
it, and then when it's red, that's how you know that the bad thing took over.
Yeah.
That Ghidorah's in control.
Yep. And I don't know what the plan is now.
She can feel the monkey's heartbeat through the concrete. How adorable.
Okay. Yeah, and she's sad. We got to do something.
We gotta do something. And then Nathan is like, "Yo, I got the greatest idea. I'm gonna fly
Listen, bro, listen.
I'm gonna fly this ship onto this fucking big ass monkey's chest, and we're gonna defibrillate this guy alive, okay?"
I know this isn't gonna make sense, but we're gonna blow the ship up. Don't think about it too much. It'll be okay.
Oh, okay. And here's the part where Millie Bobby Brown calls her dad from Hong Kong. He's still in Florida. They're trying to hack the password of the Mechagodzilla, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, do you want to come pick me up?" It's like, shit.
Fuck,
You're
I
in
have a
Hong
daughter.
Kong. Yeah. Just stay there. Just stay there. I don't want to come get you. God damn it. That's like a 14-hour flight.
I thought I put you up for adoption.
Lynn sets up the fuel core, I guess, to explode. Because in that training, he had the pilot class for these vehicles. They're like, if you ever need to do CPR or you need to jumpstart a giant monkey's heart, if you just reverse the polarity of the core of the fuel core, it'll explode, and that probably will keep any sort of Titan alive that might have been dying. And he's like, all right, well, Godzilla's still getting wrecked.
Oh no! Double power.
Godzilla's our hero now. And he's
Poor
like, no, I'm gonna get destroyed. What will happen of me? Oh, we missed the explosion. Okay, beep 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 beep.
Oh, Ron.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. And we got a boom, baby. And he's like, yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm mad now. It's the eye of the tiger. Oh wait. We don't want to get copyrighted.
Oh no.
And then Kong's like, Godzilla's my best friend. You can't fight my best friend. We gotta work together, bro. So this is when I realized this movie was just a cookie cutter copy paste from Batman v Superman, right? You sign up for the Godzilla and Kong fight, and then Batman and Superman just work together to beat up some other monster you're not emotionally invested in at all, so it can die, right? So
I mean, he tried to armbar Robot Godzilla, and then I think he realized he didn't have bones or joints or was alive.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of a cool fight, but I'm so completely like zonked out at the dumb fuckery of this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like Power Rangers. It's like the Power Rangers movie, but for like an adult. Like, it's like, for the time, visually stunning, not a lot of content.
Yeah.
It makes, like, you watch Godzilla and Kong fight a robot Godzilla, and you're like, whoa, that's cool, but, like, no one thinks about the skull that's, like, plugged into his brain.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But they didn't even show the skull plugged into the Mecha Godzilla, and that's obviously what they were doing. Somebody wrote that, like, there's gonna be one skull here and another skull in the Zilla, in the Mecha Zilla.
And they communicate.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll put that in. We'll put that in later. Just
I had to look up who Ghidorah was because I didn't watch the last one.
The three-headed
and that's
dragon.
Actually, yep, that's a perfect point because they said that in the synopsis that the heads were so far apart that they have to communicate with each other telepathically. So that's 100% what someone did actually. They were definitely like one skull in the Mecha Godzilla, one skull in the basement of the Asian company. Boom, Wi-Fi.
And where's the third skull? What's the third skull powering?
Oh, nothing.
They left that detail out too.
Yeah, that one's just lost.
That was just gone.
No, that's
like
for
hooked up
Godzilla
to the
Kong 2.
The CEO's got the skull hooked up to his DVR so he could download whatever he wants and watch it while he's in that fucking suit.
This lets me download porn from the future.
That would be pretty cool, actually. So what is the fight over now? Yeah, and here Daddy shows up in Hong Kong minutes after his daughter called him halfway across the world. He's like, I'm here. I guess I'll drive y'all home.
And hey, this is the 40-year-old man I've been hanging out with the past.
Yes, yeah, he runs a podcast about conspiracy theories. We're just hanging out. Yeah, I met up with him at like a bodega, and we drove across the world, I guess. He's coming over for dinner, by the way, is what I'm saying.
Nothing bad ever happened from meeting 40-year-old men.
I'm just wondering, with how toxic like our culture is these days, why are they making any movies where an underage child meets up with a grown-ass man and goes on an adventure without any parents' permission? It's like, I'm sneaking out. Hey, what's up, dude? I listened to your podcast. Can we go anywhere just together in a dark room?
Well, that's why they had to have her friend, because there's like, it's weird with just, Millie.
You're definitely not going to rape
Brian,
me, right?
Right?
Right. Yeah. Well, not with her fat friend here.
With her
No,
friend,
I guess
it's
that's
okay.
the one
It's
kryptonite.
like a fun adventure with a group. Then you know.
Yeah. No, it was still weird, even with
Unless
both kids.
Right.
Unless he's fucking both those kids.
Dude, look at Kong just looking all sad at Godzilla as he walks away in the water. He's like, "Yo, bro, you don't even want to invite me over to play like Xbox or something? Like, what the fuck? We just went through something together, and you're just gonna leave? Like, you're my only friend." And that's it. That's the end of the movie. Or, I mean, there's still more shit, but
Dude, and the ending song with him, like, I think it's from the same guy who had the ending song from The Martian. And like they just went for like this feel that didn't exist. Like if you listen to the song and watch like the ending of it, you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
well, I didn't do that. I couldn't wait to turn this fucking movie off. As soon as Godzilla went in the water, I was like, get it out of here.
Done.
I gotta say, like, my favorite part had to be Kong like dislocating and relocating his shoulder. Like he knew how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And I'm not a giant ape. Like,
Nobody knows how to do that. Real people can't do that. Doctors can do that. But normal everyday people can't relocate their shoulders.
right, but like he could have gotten sliced up and was bleeding and like burns his flesh to cauterize the wound. That makes a little more sense
But yeah.
than like relocating your shoulder.
I don't know, man.
Because that's another like action movie trope.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm bleeding to death, and just burns the fuck out of his arm right away. Ah! Okay, I'm good now. Let's fight. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's the movie. It was it clocked in at just under 2 hours, and it took us a couple of tries to like make it all the way through. We had to pause it and like come back a couple hours later and keep chucking away at it. I did not enjoy it. I didn't really enjoy it. Like we made some good jokes at it.
Right. It's great to laugh at, or just if you want to turn your brain off and not think about anything and just look at, sounds and visuals on a screen that are impressive, then this is the movie for you.
It would be a cool video game, right?
Yeah.
They already
it's
made
very
that
much
video
game. Yes.
It's called Rampage.
Yeah, that video game was also made into a movie starring The Rock and a giant ape, but the ape was white. All right.
Oh no, they can't whitewash the ape.
They did. Well, the ape was white in the video game too. Check your privilege. All right.
Was he? Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really
I'm
play
trying
the
to
game.
look. I feel like you're wrong.
So yeah, Kayla, did you have a favorite part of the movie?
I don't know.
Just when it was over.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Kong. I like Kong, like the character of Kong. So, just like I guess anything with him, I guess is cool. I don't know.
All right, what was your favorite scene with Kong?
But why are you putting me on this?
Chris, did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
Like as far as like what I genuinely enjoyed was like the last fight scene, just for.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The only thing of value was the CGI, I suppose.
The CGI budget, yeah, absolutely. Everything else was not great, and like I watched it in 2 sittings. I started watching it like 2 nights ago, and then I actually finished it up on my lunch break today because you told me we weren't watching it. That's how like I wasn't like I need to finish this after I missed like the last 40 minutes of it.
Right.
And then I started it 10 minutes late and was like, I don't need to rewind. And then of course Kayla asked me like a specific question about the 10 minutes of the 2-hour movie I didn't see.
At the 64-minute mark, what was the third word that Skarsgård said? This is on the test.
Titties.
It's close.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I would play a video game that was just them in the center of the earth with a bunch of trippy shit, but like this movie just made me angry because none of it made sense.
Yeah.
it's really just a story about what all Trump supporters want. Like, if you really look at it, like Godzilla's Donald Trump, Kong is Joe Biden, Mecha Godzilla is Mecha Hillary Clinton, obviously. The Godzilla Trump was right the whole time. Mecha Hillary Clinton was trying to take over the fucking world, and then Joe Biden's fighting him the whole time, and then in the end they're gonna come together, and he's gonna really be president still. You know, like Godzilla's still gonna be president of the monsters.
But like, no, nobody is king of the monsters right now. Godzilla was like, no, dude, I took down Kong, but I totally got fucked up by this robot, and then he saved me.
Robot.
This robot.
You know what? I want to change my answer. My favorite part was just the Godzilla's theme music. I don't have a favorite part in this movie.
Okay, that's all right. We'll allow it. That really. There wasn't any content to this movie. There's nothing really to like except for like the colors. It was cool.
just
Like
like
the sci-fi stuff reminded me of Cyberpunk 2021.
Just seeing the fights. That's basically it. It was mostly impressive.
And like Hong Kong looked like a video game. And I'm like, man, I bet you it'd be really cool to get drunk there when there's not giant monsters beating each other up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, any other thoughts on this movie, Chris? You got anything else to add?
I can't wait for Godzilla vs. King Kong 2 when they finally find the third Godira or whatever the fuck.
It's not going to be a part 2 where they fight. It's going to be like Godzilla. It's going to be like the Odd Couple with Godzilla and King Kong moving into that throne room in the Hollow Earth together. Kong's over there throwing shit all over the ground, and Godzilla's like, dude, fucking pick up your used carcasses, for God's sake. I keep stepping in them, you fuck.
Two people, one apartment, one bathroom.
I would watch that. I would watch that. As long as there's no Millie Bobby Brown. All right, Kayla, you got anything else to add?
Nope.
You ready to be done with this movie?
Yes.
All right, well, that's I think that's going to wrap up this episode of Mike Reviews. I think that's what I called it. Mike Reviews is the name of the YouTube channel. Real catchy. Just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, we gotta get a better name. That was real clunky.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.